A fresh layer of uncertainty has settled over Ibrox as attention turns to an unexpected development behind the scenes. The situation has shifted quickly and raised new questions about what the next few weeks could bring for the squad and the wider structure of the club. With a departure suddenly back on the table, the latest turn has opened the door to outcomes few were anticipating, setting up a storyline that could reshape Rangers' plans heading into the second half of the season. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers could consider recalling Oscar Cortez from his loan at Sporting Gijón in January, according to reports in Spain. The Colombian winger joined the La Liga 2 side on loan during the summer transfer window, shortly after the Ibrox side's obligation to buy him from Lens was triggered. It was a chance for some regular game time after his injury struggles during his loan season in Glasgow. However, the 21-year-old has made just 6 appearances for the Spaniards. He has started just once in the league, and that saw him hooked at half-time in a defeat to CD Mirandes. His only other start came in the Copa del Rey. Now, La Voz de Asturias reports that Rangers could end that spell early as a result of the lack of minutes on the pitch. It is claimed Cortez was seen as a strategic investment for the future, and the club are fully aware his value will plummet if the current situation continues. However, if the decision is taken to end the loan early, then another suitable club where more game time is likely would need to be found. Cortez is unlikely to be in Danny Roll's plans for the second part of the season. It is said that all 3 parties would need to come to an agreement where nobody loses out, and Gijón would then need to be able to replace the player in their squad. Now, Rangers appear increasingly willing to weigh up a January departure for Nadim Baharami as Danny Roll begins shaping the squad in his own image. The midfielder's future has drifted into a delicate middle ground, valued for depth at a busy stage of the season, yet not guaranteed the minutes required to cement his long-term place. Roll has spoken warmly about the 26-year-old's training levels and his impact off the bench, noting that his recent efforts have pushed him into contention for more regular minutes. That shift has been noticed inside the club, with the manager opening the door for Baharami to climb the ladder if he continues to build on those performances. The player has responded positively, particularly during his bright cameo in the 2-1 win over Livingston, where his energy and urgency gave the attack a welcome spark. Even so, Rangers are preparing for all scenarios as the mid-season window approaches. While they remain open to retaining him, they are equally aware that limited opportunities could encourage Baharami to explore his options. Under the previous regime, he appeared to be on the way out, frozen out, and seemingly destined to move on. Roll's arrival has thawed that situation, but the wider picture is shaped by a manager keen to overhaul a squad that has fallen short of expectations. It's really up to Baharami right now if he wants to have a future at Rangers. He's going to have to fight for it, was the assessment shared this week, capturing the uncertain but opportunity-laden position the midfielder now inhabits. The message around the first team is clear. Places will be earned rather than gifted. Roll's long-term plan involves massive changes across the coming windows, with a focus on bringing in players who align with his tactical demands while moving on those deemed surplus. That duality defines Baharami's situation. He's got an incentive now, Baharami, to try and stay in Danny Roll's plans to try and get more regular first-team action at Ibrox as well, the prediction continued. The player's path is there to seize, but so too is the club's willingness to consider bids if interest emerges from elsewhere. If there is interest in Baharami from elsewhere, they might look at that and see the opportunity to cash in on him, because it would then maybe bolster their own transfer kitty to strengthen the squad elsewhere. The decision will ultimately hinge on his own performances and how convincingly he can embed himself into Roll's evolving structure. If he continues to do well in training, then he probably will get more minutes in the first team, and then the rest is up to him really, underscoring the straightforward challenge set before him. This individual uncertainty unfolds against the backdrop of a wider reshaping inside the club. Kevin Thelwell's departure as sporting director signaled the start of a new strategic phase, with fan pressure and poor recruitment outcomes driving the change. Rangers are now exploring a range of replacements, including internal figures and experienced operators from outside. Barry Ferguson's name has been floated in discussions, and, while viewed as a surprise candidate, he has not dismissed the possibility. However, the preference remains for a seasoned figure capable of stabilizing and refreshing the club's overall direction. With squad changes expected and structural shifts already underway, Baharami's situation reflects the broader mood at Ibrox: opportunity on one side, uncertainty on the other, and everything now decided on merit. In other news, Jonathan Hunter-Barrett will no longer join Rangers as Academy Director. As previously revealed by RFC News, the head of Academy at Wolves was due to leave Molineux after 14 years at the club and take up the role at Ibrox in the new year, having been identified as the man to head up youth development under a new football structure. Former sporting director Kevin Thelwell, who was sacked alongside CEO Patrick Stewart on Monday, worked with Hunter-Barrett during his period at Wolves, first as academy director and then as sporting director. Indeed, in his final interview with Rangers TV on November 15th, Thelwell confirmed that Hunter-Barrett would join the club in the new year after serving his notice period at Wolves. However, RFC News understands that Hunter-Barrett will no longer be joining Rangers after a mutual agreement was struck between the two parties. Instead, he is expected to remain at Wolves in a new position. The 35-year-old was promoted to the role of head of academy coaching at Wolves in 2019 and became academy manager in 2022. The move to Rangers had been due to end a 15-year association with Wolves for Hunter-Barrett, who first joined the club's academy as a coach in 2011. Thelwell was academy manager at Wolves from 2013 to 2016 before being made sporting director, a role he held from 2016 to 2020 at the club. David McCallum has been working as the interim head of academy since sporting director Thelwell joined the club in June. Stevie Smith, previously head of the under-19s, remains a part of Danny Roll's staff after managing one game on an interim basis following the sacking of Russell Martin. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.